The store.
The store, KCDC. Well, this is my second skate shop. I had a previous one in Westchester, and that one, it was kind of serendipitous. I grew up in Eastern Long Island, and I started modeling when I was really young, and like traveled all over the world for work for modeling and stuff. And I came back to New York, and you know, I loved what I did, but it was really unfulfilling for me, that industry. So what was really good that I had was that growing up in Long Island, there was a lot of skateboarders around and stuff, and I started skateboarding. So when I would go to places for modeling, like when I spent time in Paris, say, I would kind of like seek out skateboarders there because it was like always a family kind of type of feeling. So when I was like going on these castings and getting totally yelled at for my arm being half an inch too long or too short and like losing thousands of dollars because I was like something wrong. Everything was always wrong in the fashion industry. It was like they were so critical of you all the time. So I'd be like, ugh. And then I would go and find my friends that were like skateboarders, and then it was like uplifting and everybody was really positive. And if you would like try a trick skateboarding and you would fall down or something, people would be like, that's okay, just get up and do it again, you're doing good. You know, so it was so such a positive thing versus such a negative thing that was going on in my life. So I kind of just came to a point where I came back after being in Europe for a long time, and my boyfriend at the time his family was from upstate New York, and we kind of just took a break from everything, and we went up there, and a friend of his had a skate shop there, and he asked us if we wanted to be part of it. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'll see what this is all about. And it just was so perfect because it was something that I loved so much that I believed in. There's the positivity of the culture, and, you know, that it wasn't like a short-term type of thing. I mean, I have friends that are skateboarders that I've been friends with my entire life, and it's just, there's a loyalty involved with the sport per se, because it's not something that like everybody can do. You have to like really be dedicated to it and practice it a lot, you know, so so that type of thing. So so it just kind of opened my eyes to something else I could do that exercised my love for skateboarding, and then also hit on like my business sense, which was great, you know, to find something that I could actually do and offer to the community and like still be able to support myself doing it. It just seemed like a way better thing for me to focus on. So I did that shop. I joined forces with them upstate, and we did that, and that was for a couple years, and then it was kind of like, okay, I have to like come back to the city. I'm from the city. Like, I grew up in Long Island, but I had been living in New York City for so long, and I came back and kind of was doing some other stuff, like still doing, I had like my main clients for modeling, but still just kind of like looking for other things, and I started working in clubs, like doing like promotions and stuff and events, and that was another thing that kind of came out of skateboarding just through like my relationships with other people in New York, and I would incorporate working at clubs with my like friends, and just kind of got put in a right position to be able to have a lot of creative control over the events that I did. And I was doing that for a long time, and then I had another opportunity to do another skateboarding business. My ex-partner was a mutual friend. Like, I was friends with somebody and he was friends with them, so I didn't really know him very well, but he was interested in opening a skate shop in Brooklyn. So being that I had the previous shop, I kind of looked into it, and then I was like, wait a second, like I could combine you know, my experience in the fashion industry, like those types of connections, with my experience in promoting and doing events and skateboarding, like all into one thing. So that's kind of how KCDC was created, was offering like a unique kind of approach to skateboard retail, basically. So what we've always done with the brand is not just like sell stuff. We always do events as well, and our events usually are with skateboarders that like are either, you know, photographers or artists. We, you know, do art shows with them, or if there's like any sort of like collaboration releases that brands in skateboarding are doing, we'll do the events, video premieres, all sorts of stuff. And it was just kind of like a really interesting thing of like combining everything into one, and people are really receptive to that.